straight, the Chargers have won 2 in a row. On kickoff is next.
Revolutionary new way to fight skin cancer, Monday at 6.
CBS Sports welcomes you to the following
2 in a row. On kickoff is next.
Subway presents Fresh Starts, a salute to the game's early season surprises. Subway, eat fresh. In Week 7, quarterback Doug Flutie earned revenge against his old team, the Buffalo Bills, scoring on a run with just over a minute remaining, giving the Chargers a 27-24 win. On the first play in...
When it comes to food, a lot of places have silly ideas to bring you in. But once you get to the taste, where's the fresh? Hey, Clucky, want something made fresh? Come on. Try one of the new Subway Selects made on fresh-baked gourmet bread. Susie?
Right, Tim. Subway's got 4 new Subway Selects, like the delicious horseradish steak and cheese, all on fresh-baked gourmet bread and all made fresh right in front of you.
Whoa, check out that check. Subway! Just kidding.
Back in San Diego with Craig James and Beasley Reese. This is Kevin Harlan. There you take a look, Craig, at the AFC Western Division standing.
Yeah, and the San Diego Chargers saying this is a game that they will get up for emotionally because it's a divisional game. They have to overcome the 2 big wins they've had in a row to get ready psychologically for this game. It's a challenge.
Wade Ritchie sets to kick off for the San Diego Chargers. He is a former San Francisco 49er. Dante Hall is deep back for the Kansas City Chiefs. Back there with Mike Cloud inside the 10-yard line. Last year, San Diego went 1-15. Their only victory of the season right here against the Kansas City Chiefs. So it's the Chiefs and the Chargers, and here we go from Southern California. Dante Hall will let it go out of the end zone. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Chiefs at their 20-yard line. Kevin Harlan and Craig James, great to have you with us. First quarter is big in this series.
With the Kansas City Chiefs in our meetings with them, they said, hey, it's all about the first quarter. They just have to survive the first quarter. That's their mentality because the Chargers are so dominating, outscoring opponents 47-3 in the first quarter alone.
20-yard line, 1st down and 10 yards to go for quarterback Trent Green, who threw 3 touchdowns a week ago, but as you see, 3 interceptions as well. Richardson in motion out of the backfield, and Priest Holmes on 1st and 10 tries to follow a Casey Wegman block and picks up just a couple of yards. Rogers Beckett along with Leonardo Carson were there after a gain of 1. It'll be 2nd down and 9. On the offensive line, John Tate, who has struggled with Willis, Wegman, Shields, and Marcus Spears. Victor Riley out for the season with a broken leg at the right tackle. In the backfield, Holmes and Richardson. Marvin Minnis starting along with Larry Parker and wide receiver, and the tight end is Tony Gonzalez. 2nd down and 9 from the Kansas City 21. Parker was in motion. Good time for Green, who throws a short pass, which one-hops the receiver. Did he catch it? Scooping it in is Larry Parker, who picks up on the play a gain of 6. Out to about the 27-yard line. The San Diego Charger defense led by Junior Seau on the line. Marcellus Wiley, Carson Perella, and Ray Lee Johnson. Linebackers rough flanked by Gerald Dixon and Junior Seau. And in the secondary, hard-hitting safeties Beckett and Harrison, Cody and McNeil are the quarterbacks. 3rd down and 2 from near the 28. Good time for Green. That ball batted at the line of scrimmage. A flag has been thrown. The ball was tipped on the play by Orlando Ruff, the middle linebacker.
Pass was batted down by Orlando Ruff.
Ron Winter is our referee today.
There is no infraction on the play as the ball was touched by a defensive player. 4th down.
Now that's the only thing that's saving them on this thing because there was definite roughing down the field. Chargers defense saying they feel like they can really come up and play tight against the Chiefs. Not a lot of respect for the way they're going to throw the ball deep. It's kind of deceptive, Kevin, because statistically the Chiefs look like a good offense. But they're quick to point out in our meetings with them, hey, fellas, these numbers are deceiving. We struggle a lot. Then we have to get behind and throw the ball down the field, which inflates the numbers.
That is Dan Straczynski to punt. Todd Peterson kicks off. And we'll try field goals today. So Straczynski to punt, the ex-Atlanta Falcon. And deep back is Tim Dwight signaling for, and a lot of a fair catch back near the 30-yard line. That is a 41-yard punt. And so we get our first look today at quarterback Doug Flutie, who in his somewhat long NFL career has never faced the Kansas City Chiefs.
Well, he has had a long pro career, that's for sure. And Doug was one of the guys this week who was very vocal in the meetings with him, saying, fellas, starting Wednesday, we've got to get prepared mentally. I really believe in all the prep that we've done with both ball clubs that the challenge is on the Chargers right now. It's a better football team, but can they overcome all the high emotions they had to deal with from last week's win over Buffalo?
Starting at their 31-yard line, Flutie first down and 10 yards to go. The quick pitch out to LaDainian Tomlinson. Forced out of bounds by William Barty at about the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the play.
A gain of 7.
And the Colts, who beat the Kansas City Chiefs last Thursday with the win today over Buffalo. And we welcome you who have been watching that game between the Colts and the Buffalo Bills. Kansas City had the ball. They punt. San Diego takes over. Now second down and 3 outside their 37-yard line. Tomlinson again. A McCrary block on Edwards. And a first down run as he dives ahead to the 42-yard line. And picks up 4 on the play. Edwards with the stop. San Diego offense, number 10 in the NFL. McIntosh, Roundtree, Jaycox, Domingo, Graham, and Vaughn Parker. In the backfield, the most exciting rookie running back in the league, Tomlinson with McCrary, Graham, and Conway, a couple of veteran wide receivers. And the tight end is Freddie Jones. It is a first down from the 42-yard line for Flutie. In the Chargers' first possession today. And Flutie fires a pass which is caught by Conway. He is spun around by Barty at the Chiefs' 46, a gain of 12, and another San Diego first down.
Yeah, they're going to have a little pushing going on against the Chargers here.
It's a shove and a penalty flag called against San Diego.
Pass interference. 88 offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
And that was away from the ball as the Kansas City defense will line up today with Hicks, Downing, Ransom, and Clemens. In the linebacking core, Patton, Cadrez, and Donnie Edwards. Out is Lou Bush today. Inactive Barty, Woods, Wesley, and Warfield. Crockett will play the nickelback on occasion this afternoon. First and 20. And the pitch out to Tomlinson, a block from McIntosh, and he's knocked out of bounds near the 38-yard line. And on the play, picking up 6, Tomlinson from TCU, the number 5 overall pick.
I guess this gives you a little feel for what the Chargers' game plan is. First and 20, they're going to go ahead and run the football. They feel like they can physically come out with LaDainian and pound away at the Chiefs and take away the spirit that they have in this game. And I got to tell you, LaDainian, we had him a few weeks ago against the Cowboys, and I said then I thought the guy was as impressive a runner as there was in the league right now. He's very strong. Watch how he glides today, and then he hits a second gear when the lanes open up.
Just outside the 37, second down and 14. Freddie Jones, the tight end, is on the move. And Doug Flutie with some play action. And time. Flush from the pocket, chased by Downing. And out of play near the 41-yard line, and a scramble of 3 for Doug Flutie. Mike Riley is the third-year head coach of the San Diego Chargers. And last year, after 1-15, he didn't think he'd be around, but he met with new general manager John Butler for a couple days in Las Vegas before Butler even got the job. They went over the personnel, and Butler was sold on that conversation, and he remains, and his team is 5-2 coming into today.
They spent 2 days talking about personnel, and you were really nice about how you said that. He goes, he was kind of surprised he was back.
Yeah.
You know, not many guys get a chance to come back from a 1-15 season.
Third down, 11 for the Chargers at the 41. Terrell Fletcher in the game. And a pass short. Little screen pass to Freddie Jones. Breaking tackles. Close to a first down, crossing midfield. He's at the 47. He should have the first down by about a yard. Craig James picking up 12 yards on third down and 11. They will move the chain.
And that's a nice play. Watch how they take Terrell Fletcher out of the backfield. They ran him out to the side there, which opens up the middle of the field. Look at the blocking on the inside, the way Freddie Jones, when he gets back to the middle, Freddie is such a strong runner. He's a really big weapon, a deceiving runner because he's much faster and swift on his feet than you would think from a tight end his size.
Had a career year a season ago with 71 catches, has 16 receptions this season. He has a first down to the Chiefs' 47-yard line with his catch and run. And Flutie hands off to Tomlinson, grabbed by Donnie Edwards, and loses a yard on the play back near the 48-yard line. Dick Vermeil in his first year as the head coach of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, you know, we were kind of upfront with him. He was very honest with us, helpful in the meetings, and he said he thought they'd be better than they are this season. And he's trying to convince his team not to worry about the statistics, you know, especially on defense right now. Don't worry about it, defensive ends, if you're not getting a lot of sacks. This is a team, gap, scheme, complex defense. Do your job, let somebody else make a play, but the unit needs to excel, not the individuals.
7th play of the drive for Flutie. Second down and 11 yards to go from the 48. And flops a pass again to Freddie Jones, grabbed by Patton and Edwards. It's a gain of 4 to the Kansas City 44-yard line.
With the tackle.
I like how they're running this offense right now. They're really taking the backs out of the backfield, trying to clear out the middle of the field so that Freddie Jones can come back to the middle. Freddie Jones way behind in his numbers this year of receptions compared to what he had last year, and they have to get him more involved. And with the running game they have being so dominant with LaDainian so far, the play-action pass to Freddie Jones is a key part of what they need to accomplish.
You said in the first quarter San Diego was tough. They've outscored their opponents 47-3 in first quarters this year. Now 3rd and 7 from the Kansas City 44. And Flutie. Here comes Hicks. There goes the pass. It's intercepted on the play by Woods. He gets by Roundtree, then is brought down by Dwight, and then fumbled the ball once he was hit near the 30-yard line. It is an interception. Flutie is picked off for the 4th time, and Woods gets his first interception of the season, the 10th of his career, and a big break for the Chiefs.
Yeah, it's almost like Doug was pressured into throwing and really didn't see him out there on the outside. Woods just kind of snuck up from that free safety spot underneath. Brown caused the fumble, which obviously is not a fumble.
So a big play by Jerome Woods, a starter all season long. Flutie throws the pick, and the Chiefs have it at the Charger 33, 1st and 10. Play action by Trent Green. With time going deep for Gonzalez, twisting into a double team in the end zone. Incomplete pass. He was covered by rookie Tay Cody and Harrison. Incomplete pass. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
And, you know, the Chargers said they feel like they can just go man up with him inside the 20s, and they can play him as a regular receiver. I disagree with that. Tony Gonzalez, if given time, will get open. He was open. Tay Cody came running hard back to get into that lane, but the ball was underthrown. Gonzalez was there if Green had planted and let go of it.
Chiefs have not had an offensive touchdown all season in the first quarter. 2nd down and 10 from the 33. It's Holmes with the Richardson block. He's belted and brought down by Orlando Ruff, and no gain on the play. Still at the 33, and now it'll be 3rd down for the Chiefs and 10 to go.
One thing about the Chargers defense this year, statistically, and you're Mr. Nugget, I'm going to throw one at you here. When they turn the ball over offensively, the Chargers defense rises to the occasion, and they don't let the opponents convert on it.
Not bad, huh?
That's right.
But you know, it's been their defense, Craig, which has basically carried this team over the last couple of years when they have been so horrible.
And this year they've got an offense to complement it. Like last week, coming back down the field, Doug Flutie scoring to win a game.
3rd down and 10 after the Woods interception to the San Diego 33. Green with the block by Tate. The nimble Green moving out of the way. Throws to Holmes. Has to get down to the 23. And he's shy by maybe the length of a football. Very close. He picks up about 9. But there'll have to be a measurement, I'm sure. He got a pretty good spot on the ball, too, after it looked like his knee had just slid past the 25-yard line. So you can see the spot, and a good one for the Chiefs it is. And they'll bring the chains out from the side. So we've told you how the Chiefs have not scored an offensive touchdown in the first quarter this year. And one of the reasons why is because the offense can't seem to find the rhythm, and they are shy by just a length of the chain. So now it's 4th down. I say go for it.
Yeah, I don't think the Chiefs can count on getting down here in this position too often today. You got to go for it right here. Set the tempo on the road. There's a little statement here. And what do you got to lose? Vermeil knows he needs to have a little spark from his team, and the Chargers probably realizing they're challenged emotionally today. This is a good call.
Because San Diego had about as emotional a win as you can have last week over the Buffalo Bills here. Doug Flutie ran in with the game-winning touchdown late in the fourth quarter. So let's call it 4th and inches. The Chiefs are coming off a loss, 35-28 Thursday night in Kansas City to the Indianapolis Colts. Brian Waters is centers in the backfield. Richardson back there with him, a couple tight ends. Richardson follows Waters through and finds the first down to the 21-yard line. A gain of 3 and a first down for the Chiefs as they keep it alive. And Brian Waters, number 54 right there. He's playing center. He's also playing special teams. He's a college tight end, and now he's a lead fullback on 4th and inches.
Yeah, and you know what? There's absolutely no penetration here, which gives Richardson the ability to get in there. And I was very impressed with Waters, the way he found the right guy to block. And, you know, again, this is the statement play right here early in the game, and it's a confidence builder for the Chiefs offense.
It's 1st and 10 near the 21 of San Diego. The pitch out to Holmes. Here comes Wiley, and there's a great tackle in the backfield, turned in by Rodney Harrison. A loss of 2. He is the leading tackler for the San Diego Chargers.
He came into our meeting last night, had what they call a TENS unit on his hip. Here's a guy, he's getting current sent down to his ankle because he's got pain. He's having a hard time walking through our meeting room talking with us, and he's out here flying around like a warrior. You talk about a champion of heart and leadership. That's the kind of play that gets your defense going week in and week out. He's been doing it for a long time here. It's not just Junior Seau. This is a Rodney Harrison team, too.
So now it is 2nd down and 13. Holmes in the backfield. Back at the 24 for Trent Green. This after the Kansas City interception of Flutie. Here comes the rush. Grab by Wiley and doused inside. Rayleigh Johnson and Marcellus Wiley. A loss of 6 on the play. Wiley gets his 7th sack of the season, one of the top sackers in the AFC.
Yeah, a lot of focus over here on what Gonzalez is going to do, which I think is really giving them a chance to confuse the offensive line in Kansas City. They're bracketing right here. They're trying to really work him, which takes Gonzalez out of the play, and it gave them abilities to get back to the backfield with a sack on this thing. But Wiley's presence has brought a lot of results to this Chargers defense. Ever since he's come back in here and started playing, this defense is starting to pick up sacks. They're starting to get to the backfield and making plays.
It'll be 3rd and 19 when we come back from the timeout in a scoreless first quarter.
Dad, Timmy hit a home run.
Great. Put the little slugger on.
Hello?
I hear you got a big hit today, Timmy.
I sure did, Grampy. I won the game.
Sure wish I could have been there.
I did too, because that's what it said on my birthday and at Christmas when my baby sister was born and on Halloween.
There's a different way to look at your money.
What's it say?
ING. It's not an ending. It's a beginning.
Hey, it's Dark Mountain Roast Coffee. Real robust, full-body coffee. Always fresh. As good or better than any coffee house. And it costs less. Dark Mountain Roast Coffee. Only at 7-Eleven. Get it while it's hot. It's always hot. Yeah. Old Egg Heaven. Change for $1.
Sure.
Introducing the all-new Chevy Avalanche. The only vehicle that changes from an SUV to a pickup.
Thanks.
Chevy Avalanche. Like a rock.
Even if you've watched every episode of Survivor, this Thursday night, get ready for a Survivor first. Every friendship, every alliance will be shattered.
Oh my God.
The survivors thought they knew the game, but the game has changed forever. Don't miss the first 15 minutes of an all-new Survivor, CBS Thursday.
Back in San Diego, the last 3 meetings between these teams in this stadium decided by a total of 9 points. It's always good. Now, don't let Kansas City's 1-6 record fool you. They have played perhaps the toughest regular season start in the NFL, and this will be another classic, as it always is.
From the 33rd and 19 after the Chiefs timeout, they hit Gonzalez well shy of the first down. He had to get down to the 11-yard line, picks up 10 right there. So Kansas City will have to settle for 3 after the Woods interception.
Yeah, you know, you got to watch Tony Gonzalez every play and what they're doing. And Rodney Harrison said he felt totally confident that he could deal with him. Now, what Rodney said to me in the meeting was a lot different than he did right there. He allowed him some room. He said the way he was going to defend him today was getting on the line of scrimmage and boning him right when he got off. So we'll see how he plays this little chess match with Gonzalez today.
Here's Todd Peterson, who has hit 10 consecutive field goals, a 38-yard try, and he drills it. And the Chiefs do cash in on the Woods interception, but give credit to San Diego's defense, which holds Dick Vermeil's offense out of the end zone early in San Diego. It's the Chiefs up by 3.
Switch? Sure.
Introducing the all-new Chevy Avalanche. The only vehicle that switches from an SUV to a pickup.
Good idea.
Chevy Avalanche. Like a rock.
Change the face of digital photography with the Intel Pentium 4 processor, the center of your digital world.
It's the new Ultimate Lovers Pizzas from Pizza Hut. Now with 6 kinds of luscious cheese and 6 kinds of seriously satisfying meat toppings, or 5 garden veggies, or 2 layers of zesty pepperoni. Just $8.99. The new Ultimate Lovers Pizzas, only from Pizza Hut.
Now through Saturday at Zales, save up to 50% and more on beautiful diamond jewelry. Like this 5-carat diamond bracelet, now just $4.99. Zales, the diamond store.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines, proud sponsor of the NFL and official airline of Super Bowl 36. Chevy Trucks, the most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road. And by Nextel, how business gets done.
A Jerome Woods interception, a 37-yard field goal by Todd Peterson. It's 3-0 Kansas City on top. San Diego is undefeated at home this season. And they don't turn the ball over. Plus 12 coming into today.
And they really want to try to establish some kind of reputation for having a home field advantage, which they have not had in the past.
Ronnie Jenkins, deep back, he leads the NFL in kickoff returns. Thus you can see the kick away from him, fielding out of bounds on the 11-yard line. And then whacked hard by Brian Waters and Corey Harris after a 13-yard return. So Doug Flutie has already thrown 1 interception. And his offense will get the ball back in a second.
On a routine reconnaissance mission, Lieutenant Chris Burnett saw something no one was supposed to see. On November 30th, behind the courage.
Hey, kill my pilot. Can we get him?
Behind the honor.
You're not going to let that kid die out there. You will lose your command for this. So be it.
Owen Wilson. Gene Hackman.
Gentlemen, I intend to put you in harm's way.
The truth lies.
We will bring you home.
Behind enemy lines. Rated PG-13. November 30th. Only in theaters.
What would you do if someone passed you the keys to a Pontiac Grand Am for a week?
Now I'm getting psyched. How do you feel? So excited. Gonna grab me. State number 3, right? I'm telling everybody for the rest of my life about this.
So what would you do with a Pontiac Grand Am? Tell us. Pontiac.com.
This is Will Burns. You've reached my cell phone. Leave me a message, and I'll call you back.
Will, it's Gail. I can't believe you're not answering your phone. Look, get back here. The client changed their mind. They actually like the work. All we have to do is show the plans to one more group and the job is ours. Call me before it's too late.
With ordinary cell phones, you leave messages. But with Nextel Direct Connect, the digital two-way radio, you get right through.
Attorney Nick Fallon once got busted for drugs. Now he'll be tempted to make a tragic mistake. All new Guardian, CBS Tuesday.
From across the nation, young people gather to share their one shining moment, the NCAA Basketball Championship. CBS Sports.
And we're back in San Diego. Kevin Harlan alongside Craig James and Beasley Reese. 3-0 the Chiefs on a field goal by Peterson. And after the Kansas City kickoff and the return by Jenkins to the 24, Doug Flutie, who threw an interception on the first series, has it first down and 10. And the handoff to Tomlinson, grabbed by Marcus Patton as he nudges his way by the 25 and picks up 2. That'll set up second down and 8. Let's take our first trip to New York and Jim Nance.
Well, they're celebrating in New York because the Giants come back from a 24-7 halftime deficit, and in overtime, Morton Anderson delivers the winner from 42 yards out, snapping the Giants' 3-game losing streak. Back to Kevin Craig.
And Jim, for Morton Anderson, his 5th career overtime game-winning field goal. It's a big one for the Giants. Second down and 8. And they've got it just inside their 26. San Diego and Doug Flutie down the sideline, incomplete. This is for veteran Jeff Graham, who was tailed by Barty, taking the place of Crockett. It'll bring up 3rd and 8. Twice as nice with Jim Nance back in New York. Jim, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin.
Hey, you're right, Jim. Courtney Brown hasn't played all season for that defense.
As well as they played, getting him back at this point in a game like this is already showing results.
So now it's 3rd down and 8 for Doug Flutie, who will line himself in the shotgun. Those his numbers today, just inside his 26-yard line. Here comes Edwards, who knocked it away. Donnie Edwards right in the face of Doug Flutie. And so Edwards, who hails from San Diego, he was born and grew up here, comes up with a big play, forcing the Chargers to punt.
Yeah, the way they come in here hard, getting him up inside there, there's a lot of pressure in the face of Doug Flutie right now. They're beating the Chargers' offensive line. Last week, they said they got to come in, they got to put more pressure on him. We want to get to Flutie. We think we can disrupt his rhythm and timing, which in this series here, they've done that. I think the Chargers need to get back to running the football, which is what they're comfortable with.
Darren Bennett to punt. Dante Hall is deep back. He's never had a kick return for a touchdown. He's going to wave this one off. It's a horrible punt just beyond midfield. And Bennett, one of the best in the NFL. They're still walking it off on the sideline as you take a look at Donnie Edwards, who knocked away that Flutie pass and forces a punt.
What would you do if someone passed you the keys to a Pontiac Grand Prix for a week?
I'm out, man. Let's go.
I'm out to see the world. San Francisco, here we go.
Are we having fun yet? Doesn't take much to have fun, does it?
It's like riding on a surfboard.
You're going to have to call me Dixie if I wear this.
All right, Dixie.
I can smell the salt water from here. Give us a swell, baby. So what would you do with the Pontiac Grand Prix? Tell us. Pontiac.com.
There's some good surf out there.
My official title is Touchdown Boogie Coordinator. Now, to me, it's not the end zone. It's the groove zone. Move him! Move it! I'm hard on my guys because it takes commitment. There you're getting it! There you're getting it! Scoring is just a way to get them into the end zone. Strike a pose, man. Then, it's showtime.
Bud Light celebrates those who like to celebrate.
Winning isn't everything. Shaking a righteous booty, that is.
Dear Kurt, how is training camp? Are you getting along with the other boys? This new chunky soup will fill you up right after a fun-filled day. No! New chunky beef rib roast with potatoes is loaded with lean chunks of savory rib roast for a taste of home while you're away. Lights out! I miss you, Pumpkin. Love, Mom.
You all right, Kurt?
Yeah, I'm okay.
New Campbell's Chunky Homestyle Classics.
Like Mom used to make.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Campbell's Chunky, soup that eats like a meal, and by by Capital One, who asks, what's in your wallet?
San Diego Chargers just punted after they knocked down, after the Chiefs defense knocked down a fluty pass. And the 26-yard punt by Bennett puts the Chiefs at their own 48, so decent beginning field position.
Now, I tell you what's decent is they're surviving the first quarter, which is what their goal was.
A lot of maneuvering as you see Richardson realign himself and back at quarterback Trent Green. Priest Holmes the call, not much there. Grabbed by Sayal and brought down. Orlando Ruff got a hold of him as well. It's a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8. And log on to NFL.com and vote for the AFC and NFC All-Stars to play in the 2002 Pro Bowl. Vote now only at NFL.com or AOL keyword NFL.com. 2nd down, long 8. Chiefs just beyond their 49. Holmes back there in the shotgun formation with Green. And the handoff to Holmes. A block by Wegman. A good one it is. And there he goes. Getting by McNeil. And whacked by Rogers Beckett and thrown out of bounds near the Charger 26-yard line. It's a run of 26 yards on the play by Priest Holmes.
Offenses try to spread out this aggressive Charger defense. Look how many guys they have outside. They're only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys on the inside. They're spread out. Look at the center's block backside, how he comes off, then gets to the linebacker up the middle of the field. They take Sayal out of the play. I mean, excellent blocking downfield, spreading apart, weakening that front 7 that the Chargers are so good at using.
Richardson in the backfield after the big gain by Holmes near the 25. 1st and 10. Gonzalez the block, and they blow it dead in mid-motion. And it looks like San Diego may have called a timeout before the play should have even been let go.
Prior to the snap,
it is.
Number 51 of San Diego requested a team timeout. Timeout, San Diego. They're first.
There is no flag. Now each team has burned a timeout.
It's almost like they said, hey, can we take that back? I was just kidding. We stopped and let us go back. Yeah.
Chiefs on a field goal leader.
Great. Credit card bill.
Look at these fees.
Honey?
One rate for purchases, higher rate for cash advances, and those telemarketers.
Relax. We switched to Capital One's new no-hassle card.
Introducing Capital One's new no-hassle Platinum Card. No balance transfer fees, no telemarketing, one low fixed rate.
Honey?
What's in your wallet?
In and out. Good. Keep the victim calm. And 1, and 2, and 3.
Okay, there you go. That's over 100 channels, sports, news, digital music. Installation's free, and it's only $31.99 a month.
Just $31.99 a month gets you over 100 channels of DirecTV programming. Right now with free professional installation.
So it was the digital music that... Yeah.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Did you bake this bread? Is this fresh baked? Do you have any idea where it came from? No, I didn't think so. Come on, let's go for a ride. So, what do you think? Don't you just love the smell of fresh baked cardboard? Subway bakes their bread fresh every day. Right, Nancy?
Right, Jim. Subway's got 4 new delicious Subway Selects with the Southwest chicken with tangy Southwest sauce, all on fresh baked gourmet bread, and all made fresh right in front of you.
Once you go fresh, you never go back.
Subway!
The Late Show with David Letterman. I may be calling you. Dial it up Monday.
Timeout moments ago by the San Diego Chargers. 3-0 the Chiefs, who have yet to score a first quarter touchdown on offense this season. They've done it on defense in the first game against the Raiders. Warfield returned again and interception all the way for a TD. Now 1st and 10 from the 25. The pump fake, and here's a Handoff to Priest Holmes, around the side, into McNeil, and banged out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. A gain of 21 yards earlier on this drive. He had a pickup of about 25, 26, and that one was the longest allowed by San Diego this year.
Again, I want you to notice how the aggressiveness is working against them. Look at the play action. Look at the collapse on the inside. There's nobody back here. They've all dropped back deep in play action, worried about Tony Gonzalez, who stayed in to block that time. I mean, this defense right now really not playing what we've used to seeing from the Chargers defense.
Richardson in the backfield. The Charger defense has not allowed a first quarter touchdown this season. First and goal at the 4. Richardson bangs his way down near the 1. Brought down by Jason Perry and Beckett. Gain of 2. It'll be second down and goal.
I'll get it 3 yards.
You know, I get a feeling right here. Hey, Beasley, I get a feeling right now that the Chiefs offensive line doesn't have any fear or respect for that Chargers defense.
Brian Waters is now checked in the backfield. They're wearing number 54. Second down and goal at the 1. He and Richardson back there. Marcus Spears will be a tight end eligible. Willie Jones is on the line. Handoff. Richardson bangs his way in. Orlando Ruff got him first, but not enough, and it's a touchdown. The first one allowed by the San Diego defense this year. The first in the first quarter, and the first quarter offensive touchdown by the Chiefs. Richardson scores on the ground for a third rushing touchdown this season.
You know, a lot of people worry or respect Tony Gonzalez for what he does in the routes, but look how he leads up in here, kind of seals it off. I mean, that's big man on big man there. Tony Richardson, a welcomed return from him and his power. They got a nice deal going between him and Priest Holmes.
And the extra point was blocked, as you can see. Tay Cody chasing it, grabbing it, but it's all for naught. It's just a block extra point try. So he can do all he wants to do. This is not college. And that is Ed Ellis, who just blocked that extra point. The interesting thing about him is he blocked a field goal by Buffalo last week to seal a win for the Chargers.
Yeah, get your push, get your push. You're taught to push, jump up, and swat as best you can. That was just a low kick, and he got up and blocked it.
And for Peterson, that's the first blocked extra point he has had this season. I am assuming he has not had many blocked extra points in his career. We're going to quickly check that for you as we take a look at Ed Ellis, who is 6'7", 325 pounds. And that is the first extra point ever blocked for kicker Todd Peterson in his days with Arizona, Seattle, and now Kansas City in his second campaign.
How about the Chiefs? Not only are they surviving the first quarter, they're setting the tempo for the game here in the first quarter. In our meetings, we get a chance to get a feel before the game for what teams are doing. And I got to tell you, we all said the Chargers were definitely going to be challenged emotionally in this game. The Chiefs are a dangerous team. And as much as you talk about it, it's hard to realize that at 1-6, they're really not that bad a football team.
Now, Peterson, who was not given the go-ahead to kick off while the rest of his line was ready to go. And after the Richardson 1-yard touchdown run, the Chiefs will kick off. Ronnie Jenkins will circle under it at about the 15-yard line. And Corey Harris grabs him. Eric Warfield douses him at the 30-yard line. A return of 18 yards on the play. Saturday, the Home Depot SEC college football rolls into Athens, Georgia, as two teams tangle to stay in the conference race. Daniel Cobb and the Auburn Tigers get after David Green and the Bulldogs of Georgia. Showdown between the Hedgers, Auburn, and Georgia next Saturday right here on CBS Sports.
I had my picture taken one time with Uga in Georgia.
The dog?
The dog, yeah. The dog looked better than I did. I'd been out with Corso the night before, so it was a rough
That's right. I understand that. Here's Flutie. He's had two very unsuccessful drives. He was intercepted on one of them on the 33. First down and 10. And Flutie flings it outside. Dropped by the fullback, Fred McCrary. It'll be second down and 10. Do you notice that San Diego may not have the life in them, the emotion they had a week ago against Buffalo?
It just, you physically can't expect it to happen. These are the results of playing an emotional game the week before. A big comeback win. And I said, Doug, who's talking to the LaDainian Tomlinson? Who's getting him up? And he said, you know, look, Mike Riley's done a lot of nice things of saying it, but in the meetings, but you just can't get the body going every week, and this is the results.
From the 33, second down and 10 for Flutie. Tomlinson gets away from Clemens, then is brought down by Glenn Cottrez and Eric Hicks after a gain of 3 to the 36-yard line. It'll be third down and about 7 to go.
Now, here's what I'm talking about. Kansas City setting the tempo. They're going to come this way here. They're going to try to run some counter here with these big linemen coming leading the way for Tomlinson. But I want you to see how they get hit in the backfield. Clements set the tone. Clements was in the backfield meeting the blockers. They're not letting San Diego get down the hill. San Diego stuck up on top of the hill right now. They can't get it rolling.
There's the total yard story. Third down and 7 from the 36. Watch for Tim Dwight. He's thrown to him twice on third down today. And Flutie fires a pass toward Dwight. Crockett is there. Did he make the pick? The officials confirmed they rule it incomplete at the 48-yard line. And sure enough, they were aiming for Dwight. And with that broken thumb and hand for Crockett, somehow he was able to get his hands on that ball.
And important that what they rule on the field, because if they challenge this thing, it's going to have to be conclusive from the instant replay of what they get. You know, does Ray have possession of it? I mean, maybe at that time when he caught it to go out, there was a battle between them, and it wasn't conclusive as to who had possession going out of bounds.
Darren Bennett had a 26-yard punt the last time. And let's see if the former Pro Bowler does any better. And he does. He sends up a rocket, which Dante Hall circles under at about the 18-yard line. He got a block from Walker and from Belzer, then is brought down by Rogers Deckett, who rolls out of bounds in pain. It springs back up, which is a good sign. The Chiefs will get it back. 47-yard punt, 9-yard return, and Thursday on Survivor. Even if you watched every episode, prepare yourself for a whole new game where the only people more surprised than you will be the survivors themselves. Don't miss an all-new Survivor. Thursday on CBS. Kevin Harlan, Craig James, Beasley Reese at Qualcomm Stadium in San Diego.
You know, you wonder what those people go through in that show, Survivor. You know what? Put their body through that pain.
Like out here.
Yeah, I don't know.
Here comes Trent Green. The Chiefs had an offensive touchdown. Last time we saw them with just seconds now remaining in the first quarter. Outside is 25, first and 10. Good block by Spears, providing time for Green, who throws to his fullback Richardson. He's out to about the 29-yard line, picking up 3 yards on the play. And about 10 seconds to play in the first quarter. That should do it. We'll switch sides. The Chiefs had an extra point blocked. They did score on a Tony Richardson touchdown plunge of a yard. They've intercepted Doug Flutie, who, by the way, has now missed 5 consecutive passes. The Chiefs with a rarity and a 9-point lead at the end of the first quarter in San Diego.
Let's pound it out for your Pittsburgh Steelers!
I don't care what stadium you work for, all right? If you want to write a check for who let the dogs out, I'm still going to need to see some ID.
Next time, use the Visa check card instead of cash or checks. It'll get you in, out, and on with life.
Introducing new Castrol AccuVision Rain Repellent. Unlike Rain-X, AccuVision can go on in just 1 minute, so you can easily apply it whenever it's convenient. New Castrol AccuVision, the 1-minute rain repellent.
Is your dandruff sending the wrong signals?
Go! No.
Get Selsun Power. Doctors recommend Selsun Blue. Man, that dude's awesome. Get Selsun Power.
It was the mountains and the snow and the water below. Are you ready? And you will know it's cold at last when the Coors Light hits your glass. Are you ready for a cold one? Are you ready for a cold Coors Light? Are you ready? Are you ready for a cold Coors Light? Are you ready for a cold one?
A witness with a photographic memory.
Just have to get the film out of his head.
Can he help catch a killer?
Tell me what you saw.
An all-new CSI. Then, they said it could never happen here, but it did. Thursday, one drama will show you how the CIA is attempting to wipe out this threat. An all-new agency after CSI, CBS Thursday.
We begin the second quarter here in San Diego. Kevin Harlan with Craig James and Beasley Reese patrolling the sideline. The Chiefs now second down and 6. First play of the second quarter from their 30-yard line. Richardson a touchdown run, and he's in motion. It is a wingback on the bottom of your screen. Continuing to move, and Green looking one way, twisting the other. He's being chased by Michael Mooring in a pass down the sideline, seeking refuge, incomplete pass. It'll now be third down and 6. A wise move by the 8-year veteran Trent Green.
All right, now, this is where vision has to come in and consistency. You know, they do a lot of formation changing and moving around. That time, Tony Gonzalez was so wide open. Look at him right here. There he is going down the middle of the field. Nobody's on him. It was a busted coverage, and Green just couldn't see him, didn't find him. And I think that's what Dick Vermeil was saying. Look, he was a lot more reserved in his praise in this meeting as compared to a few weeks ago about Trent Green, for sure.
Third down and 6 from the 30-yard line. Green, here comes Ray Lee Johnson. There goes the pass. It's caught by Tony Gonzalez. He's got the first down, and then is taken out of bounds by Ryan McNeil. It is a gain of 13 yards on third down and 6, and a Chiefs first down to the 43-yard line.
And again, I don't care what you're saying. If you've got Tony Gonzalez, they're going to come in here and he's going to come outside. I mean, I don't care what you're doing. You got to be patient. Gonzalez is going to be open, unless you've got 3 guys over there covering him. But one-on-one, forget about it. Tony Gonzalez has the moves of a wide receiver, the body of a tight end. He's going to get open.
So 2 catches for Gonzalez today, both on third down. Holmes in motion from the 43, first and 10. Outside it goes to Gonzalez. Stiff arms his way into McNeil. Belted by Sale and out of bounds at the 48 on a gain of 5. It'll be second down and 5.
Yeah, this is one of the ways that they can move the ball around. This gives them a lot of options. You know, they throw this little quick screen out here. Watch him come up and then straight back. It's a tight end quick screen. Look at his lead blockers out there, the way they come up to support. They're really aggressive in the way they came up to support Tony Gonzalez there.
Chiefs come into today 1-6 for the first time since 1987. It is second down and 5 outside the 48-yard line. Parker is in motion. Handoff goes to Holmes, who bumps into Richardson and dives ahead before he is doused on the play by the safety, Rodney Harrison, after a gain of 2. That'll bring up third down at about 4.
And, you know, Rodney Harrison, and the spirit that he has and possesses, to be able to come out and play with the pain that he has, he said he had to. You know, I said, well, you hurt so much because you're always banging people up. And he goes, that's the way the game's supposed to be played.
It'll be third down and a long 3, almost 4, shy of midfield. Green, quick throw, and his receiver wasn't looking. Actually, in this case, ex-receiver and current Chiefs tight end Michael Ricks, who is a wide receiver for the San Diego Chargers and has played a little receiver for the Chiefs this year. Chiefs can't convert, and they got a punt.
Hey, Kevin, that's just him not knowing what he's supposed to be doing. Look now. Look now. What are you doing? I mean, Ricks has to come up looking right now, knowing the situation on a 3rd and 3, expecting the ball. He's not a decoy. He's got a pre-snap read, which he obviously did not get that time.
Tim Dwight is deep back, and Dan Straczynski, who is about as good as you're going to find in the NFL and putting the ball inside the 20-yard line, right now number 2 in the NFL in that category, sets the punt with a great chance to do it right here. Angling to the side, and he's done it again. A nice punt by Straczynski, who leads the AFC as number 2 in the NFL with punts inside the 20. He bangs that for 39 yards. The Chiefs on top, 9-0.
Saturn is working to keep our economy strong in jobs, in commerce, and in spirit. As part of that effort, we're providing interest-free financing on every new coupe, sedan, and wagon we make. Come visit your Saturn retailer America rolling.
Look at this workmanship. Could make a lot of lira selling these in New York. Yeah, look at these prices. These guys don't know what they got. They're clueless. Try asking the old guy if he can handle a production of 10,000 of these.
No problem, senora.
What's it say? They have 2 million units warehoused in New Jersey. New Jersey?
New Jersey. New Jersey.
The right infrastructure can take your business anywhere, even New Jersey.
Bye-bye.
What gets a child to college? The support of her family, of course. And now, the savings families can create with AT&T and You Promise. For every minute you spend on long-distance calls from home, AT&T will contribute to your child's You Promise college savings account. Get grandparents, relatives, friends to sign up, and their AT&T calls grow the savings even more. Because the more people behind a college student, the better. Start now. Enroll at att.com/youpromise.
America loves its country. Get ready
for the CMA Awards. It's country's biggest night.
Award goes to...
Celebrate the sounds of our nation. Join stars Dixie Chicks, Tim McGraw, Trisha Yearwood, Garth Brooks, and more. Vince Gill hosts
Live from Nashville.
the CMA Awards. CBS Wednesday.
Welcome back to San Diego. The Chiefs are on top of the Chargers. 9-0. Kevin Harlan and Craig James. 2 consecutive 3-and-outs for the San Diego Chargers.
Run the football. Give it to LaDainian. I mean, that's what they've got to do. That's what they wanted to do. Now it's time to get it done.
So Doug Flutie has it. First down and 10 yards to go. At his own 11, outside it goes to Tomlinson. Incomplete pass. He was covered by Wesley on the play. It'll be second down and 10.
All right, so my friend North Turner, the offensive coordinator, is not listening, right? They're at least trying to get it in his hands. He's a playmaker, man. They got to get some smash mouth going here, because right now there's only one team doing smash mouth, and that's the Chiefs.
A look at Norv Turner after the Dan Straczynski punt, which pins the Chargers back at their 11-yard line. Now second down and 10. And Flutie has missed his last 6 consecutive passes. As he hunkers down in back of Kendall Jaycox, the center. Here comes the blitz by Woods. The pass downfield for Conway is incomplete. Covered at the 42-yard line by Eric Warfield. It'll be now third down and 10. And coming up in the next till halftime report, join Jim, Mike, Randy, and Jerry for all the scores, highlights, and latest NFL news. The Pittsburgh kicker today, Chris Brown, missed 4 field goals, and the Steelers lose at home to Baltimore by 3. Among the many stories today.
And Bill Cowher said that was a game that they were looking at as a barometer to how really good they were. And I didn't think Chris Brown would miss 4 field goals.
Third down and 10 from the 11. Flutie fires a pass downfield and almost picked off. He was zeroing in on Reggie Jones. Wesley just about had the pick. It's incomplete. And now the third consecutive 3-and-out for the San Diego Chargers. And Bennett's got a punt deep in his own end zone.
And you know, the field position war right now, which normally the Chargers dominated on, is definitely in favor of the Chiefs. The Chiefs have averaged starting on their own 38. They're going to improve on that number after this punt here. And again, hey, this offense is nowhere near any type of rhythm, and the Chiefs are definitely with the advantage.
37-year-old Darren Bennett in the shadow of his own crossbar. David Binn will snap it. And the rush from Atkins not in time. Another great punt. Sending Hall back inside his 30 for the Chiefs. Weaves his way around. Almost lost the ball. Grabbed by Carlos Polk. He is a good-looking rookie out of Nebraska. First-team All-America a season ago and a demon on special teams. A 60-yard punt by Bennett.
Retirement plan working? Sun America can help. Just ask your financial advisor. Sun America, the retirement specialist. Saturn is working to keep our economy strong in jobs, in commerce, spirit. As part of that effort, we're providing interest-free financing on every new coupe, sedan, and wagon we make. Come visit your Saturn retailer and keep America rolling.
Fall in love with the new grilled sourdough bacon cheeseburger at Burger King. Indulge your craving in a hot, delicious quarter pound of flame-broiled beef with melted Swiss cheese and 4 strips of crispy bacon stacked up on 2 slices of grilled sourdough bread. It's for a limited time, so head over to Burger King today and get ready to fall in love.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Heineken. It's all about the beer. Heineken. Sun America, the retirement specialist. And by Burger King, home of the Whopper.
After the San Diego punt, driving the Chiefs back to the 35. The Chiefs will open with 3 tight ends and 1st and 10. The fake to Holmes, looking long is Green, fires a pass, drops by Michael Ricks. Covered by Ryan McNeil. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Hey, Beasley, you and I played, and we've been around where you're going against an opponent that is not in the game quite emotionally. The longer you let them stay in the game, though, the greater the chance they got of coming back.
You know, I agree. That's the way it looks from down here. As I watch the Chargers, they don't have that usual jump. The Kansas City Chiefs has got to jump on them right now. Also, watch Junior Seau. I think that his groin is hurting. He's not moving like Junior.
Didn't practice much this week from the 35. 2nd down and 10. And a handoff to Holmes. You can see him buried under an avalanche of Charger players, namely Junior Seau, who we were just talking about. It's a gain of 1.
Well, kind of, here's what you're talking about. Usually Junior Seau comes up in here and is hard. This time he's kind of moving around. He didn't get back in there. Wasn't there? Maybe he is not moving like he used to be.
It is now 3rd and 9. And the Chiefs are just inside their 36-yard line. Green shifting in the shotgun. Fields a high snap from Wegman. There goes a flag. Here comes Michael Mooring, who is signed off the street this week and makes the play, but a flag is down.
Signed off the street. Make it sound like the guy was...
He wasn't on the roster.
That was signed off the street.
You know, if you don't watch out, you may be thrown out on the street.
Ball starts. 81 offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains 3rd down.
That's Snoop Minnis.
Now it's 7 days a week I hear that same thread.
Right.
My wife tells me it, Monday through Friday. Now you're telling me it on Sunday?
Yeah.
My Sunday partner tells me he's going to throw me on the street?
I'm going to get together with your wife.
Oh, my gosh.
We're in the cahoots. 3rd and 14. Now back at the 31. Handoff goes to Richardson. A lead block by Holmes. Scampering up the sideline. Blocked by Rogers Beckett. Out of bounds at about the 39. Picking up 8 yards on the play, but not near enough for a 1st down. They had to get up to the 45. And the Chiefs have got to punt the ball again.
6 yards. You know what? Dick Vermeil is a warrior. Been around a long time. I guarantee you they've got to get his offense over to say, fellas, we didn't knock these guys out. We cannot allow them to keep coming back on the field because eventually, the Chargers are going to get going. They'll wake up from this offensive funk that they're in.
Kendall Gammon to snap to Straczynski. Deep back Tim Dwight. He's already returned to punt this year for a touchdown. This will be shy of him as he picks it up. It's loose, and the Chiefs have jumped on it. No Charger touched it. It's down at about the 26, 27-yard line, a 34-yard punt by Straczynski as Dick Vermeil holds on to a 9-0 lead. Early 2nd quarter.
Some situations call for trucks with more power. So engineer Mark Ferrone and the team have made GMC Sierras the most powerful line of pickups in the world. And to help manage all that torque, they've also given Sierra technically advanced braking systems. Mark may be obsessed with power, but he's not crazy. From professional-grade people come professional-grade trucks.
Tell me, when will you be mine? Tell me, cuando, we can share a love divine. Please don't make me wait again. When will you say yes to me?
San Diego with a Chiefs lead on a Richardson 1-yard touchdown run. A very ineffective day so far for Doug Flutie.
Look at all these punts. That isn't good.
After the Kansas City punt from the 27-yard line, 1st and 10. 3 consecutive 3-and-outs for the Chargers. The pitch goes to Tomlinson. There's a nice block by McQuarrie, and a tackle is made on the play by Donnie Edwards after a gain of 1. It'll be 2nd down and 9 near the 29-yard line.
He got smoked. Yeah, you know what? He got smoked, and
he's woozy.
Yeah, you know what? He got hit in the shoulder hard. And you know what? He's a rookie. He started out strong, and his body has to learn how to deal with something like this over a course of time. Maybe his leg got tangled up there at the bottom of that pile.
Terrell Fletcher takes his place. Dwight is in motion. 2nd down long, 8 from the 29. Flutie being chased by Hicks, leaps and throws, incomplete, out of the reach of Fletcher. A flag has been thrown. In fact, 2 flags thrown near the 35, 3 flags thrown near the 35-yard line.
Big Ugly was down the field.
By that, you mean an offensive lineman?
Yep. Yep. The big boy was down the field prematurely. They got thrown off out of their timing of that screen.
There's a score you see up there. Detroit leading San Francisco. One of the many late games going on now. This is against the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Diego Chargers. Offsetting penalties.
An eligible man downfield on a passing team. Number 71. Number 59 of the defense. Defensive holding. Those penalties offset. Replay, 2nd down.
I flew in with Ron Winter the other day, and he was studying that rules book. It's incredible what these officials have to learn and know. Look at Doug trying to grow to about 7 feet tall. Dougie's trying to say, hey, I got to get up so I can see my guy. Give me some time, boss.
Well, he's about, what, 5'9" or so, 5'10". We talked to him last night. Not much bigger than that. 2nd down and 8. Ball remains at the 29. Tomlinson still out. Terrell Fletcher remains in the game. Flutie rifles a pass to the near side, which is hauled in by Graham. He's played for 5 teams in 11 seasons. Picks up 6 yards on the play, and he is near the 34-yard line.
Nice route by Graham, driving him off. Look, he was going deep. Graham came right back, and that was timing. That was tempo. One thing they've said here, all these guys keep asking for footballs. Graham and everybody, Curtis Conway, give me the ball. And it's kind of been weird. There's no one individual guy that they lean on.
Spotting the ball near the 35. It's 3rd and 2. Flutie, sidearm pass. That's caught by Dwight, and he can fly. He gets by Woods, and then he's belted by Wesley. But it is a 1st down for the San Diego Chargers as Wesley and Dwight go shoving at each other on a 23-yard gain to the Kansas City 42, with the Chargers picking up their first down since 10 minutes left in the 1st quarter.
All right, everybody says Flutie's too short. This is the 5'9", under the armpit, winging it down the field. Get it done one way or the other. Bottom line, Doug Flutie knows how to find a receiver. He's going to find his guy, and he's going to get him the ball. But they've got to be given time to throw the football, and the routes have to be open.
Tomlinson is still out on the Chiefs 41. Fletcher in the backfield, and 1st and 10 for Flutie. The fake to play. Oh, here comes the rush, and they blow it dead as Clemens had a dead beat on that play, but a flag thrown across the way at the 41-yard line. I don't know if that was a call for preservation for Flutie or what, because he would have been devoured.
There you go again. Preservation, devoured.
Prior to the snap, the man in motion turned upfield. That's a false start offense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
You know, right now, LaDainian Tomlinson's not in the game, but at the game plan the Chiefs have, it doesn't really matter because they're up committed to stopping the run. So if the Chargers are going to have any success, they're going to have to throw it. Whether the Tomlinson's back there or not, it doesn't matter. There's 8 in the box. You got to throw the football.
Fletcher is in. You just saw Tomlinson, 46-yard line, 1st and 15 with the penalty. A block by McCrary. Time for Flutie. Throws downfield, and it's caught by Graham. 17-yard gain by the 32-year-old wide receiver out of Ohio State inside the Chiefs' 30-yard line.
All right, 8 in the box, and here they go. Look at Graham drive up the field, get a little separation by coming back to the middle. Warfield's just, he's there, but a perfect throw, perfect execution by Graham and by Doug Flutie. Nothing really, I mean, what else could Warfield have done? I mean, the guy was covered. It just was a great pass.
2 catches on this drive for Graham, who had 55 receptions a season ago. 1st and 10 inside the Chiefs' 30 for San Diego. The fake to Fletcher. Here comes Hicks. There goes a pass deep for Conway. Incomplete, who had gotten him back of the coverage of Warfield and Wesley.
Missed him, didn't he?
Yep.
Missed him. The Jarrett Hall is kicking in for Flutie, and he had a little bit too much B in that one. You know what? The old Jarrett Hall, he's got to tone it down here because Flutie had him there. He saw the guy. Now the Chargers are being offensive. That time the Chiefs defense went back to a 7-man front, regular front with 4 back in the coverage. He was open, so the Chargers have to take advantage of this little aggression that they have going on.
Fletcher remains in the game. Tomlinson still being assisted on the side. 2nd down and 10 inside the Chiefs' 30 for San Diego. Flutie throws the pass, dropped by Dwight at the 21. Coverage by Warfield. Incomplete pass. And still no word on the condition of LaDainian Tomlinson, who trots off the field. That'll bring up 3rd down and 10. And he is the 4th leading rusher in the National Football League coming into today. So he is a vital option for Doug Flutie.
We're going to see a defensive change in philosophy by the Chiefs now. They will back out of that 8-man front. They're going to invite the run now and try to defend the pass.
Crockett has come in the game. Dime defense for Kansas City. 3rd down and 10 inside the Chiefs' 30 for San Diego. Flutie, who takes one of the deepest dropbacks in the NFL, throws a pass incomplete for Fletcher. Coverage by Catrez. And no yellow on the field. Oh, there's some flag at the 40-yard line. And Clemens may have been too rough with the San Diego quarterback. He was.
Personal foul. Roughing the quarterback. Number 99 defense. 15-yard penalty. First down.
And the Chiefs are not that highly penalized team either.
No, they're not. But Clemens got away with it. I mean, this was obviously late. He's got to let up on this thing. Doug's ball's gone. That's like 2.5 steps to get to the quarterback. Can't say the Chiefs aren't playing hard.
1-6 coming into today. 4 consecutive losses. Flutie can't get the call on his helmet electronically, and so has to run to the sideline to get it verbally from the coaching staff of San Diego. The play clock is at 12. Inside the 15. 1st and 10. Tomlinson in the locker room. McCrary's in motion. Fletcher in the backfield. And the end around, it goes to Conway, who dances his way for a loss. Ransom was there, Hicks was there, Wesley was there. It's a loss of 3, and they shove him back to the 17-yard line. To the sideline we go in Beasley Reese.
All right, guys, I got your information on LaDainian Tomlinson. They took him to the locker room. He will be reevaluated. It's a sprained left ankle. I think it happened on the tackle by Donnie Edwards in this series. Back to you.
All right, so we'll watch him. Thank you, Beasley. 8th play of the drive upcoming now for the Chargers. At the 18 of the Chiefs, Freddie Jones, the tight end, is in motion. There's a block by Vaughn Parker. There's a pass caught by Fletcher, but a great defensive read by Wesley. Loss of 2 on the play and back to the 20-yard line.
Well, one of the things Dick Vermeil said he's doing is he's building for the future. He commits 22 minutes to every practice on fundamentals. He's got 2 different groups, 2 5-minute groups, 1 12-minute session on tackling. Watch how Wesley comes up and tackles. Watch him go through the legs and wrap up. They work on fundamental football by Dick Vermeil and the Chiefs, and a lot of teams are lacking in that area. You'll see guys just come up and hit them high and they'll bounce off.
Doug Flutie, who has been intercepted already. 3rd down and 15 from the 20. Flutie getting a block from Parker. Here comes the defense of Clemens and brings him down. Dwayne Clemens, the ex-Minnesota Viking. And Flutie is slow to get up at the 33-yard line. Kansas City's defense has come out and been on target this afternoon. They've already, as we've mentioned before, intercepted Flutie once today.
Yeah, you know, Doug didn't take off running because he knows that there are 8 guys back there in the secondary that will come up and support him. That's a slam to the help. Most concussions occur when the head hits the turf. And that's why I'm a big believer in grass fields. Man, if that had been an AstroTurf field with his head slamming out like that.
Wade Ritchie will try the field goal, 49 yards. He is the leading scorer in the National Football League, and this isn't even close. So the Chargers, and a flag has been thrown back at about the 5-yard line. And this is against Kansas City. 12 on the field. We'll have to see.
The Chiefs, this would be 2 critical mistakes in this one particular drive, allowing the Chargers.
Defense, 12 men on the field. 5-yard penalty. Repeat 4th down.
Wow, and Ritchie will get another try.
Ritchie was wide right on 2 misses last week. He's got to overcome that. I was thinking maybe in this one here he'd overcompensate for it, be wide left. He pushed it right again.
He missed 2 of 4 last week against the Buffalo Bills. We've seen some very poor field goal kicking today. We've also seen a game winner by Morton Anderson for the Giants. Now, instead of 49 yards away, Ritchie will try one from 44. Make it 43 yards away. A 43-yard field goal, and this is no good. Both times wide right. And the shutout continues for the Kansas City defense.
He needs a new set of golf clubs.
Yes.
He's pushing it way too much to the right.
Oh, say, can I have the new software IT didn't approve? Fred, I promised someone remote access. What is remote access?
At CDW, we understand what it can be like in IT. That's why we have top name brands in stock, so you get the solutions you need when you need them. Like the HP NetServer LP2000R. Great performance and manageability. And a 2U rack-optimized server, only from HP.
Fred, here is another request that can't be done in time.
HP and CDW. Computing solutions built for business.
No matter who you are, or what you're into, isn't it nice to know you'll be accepted?
That's why the Redskins' biggest fans, the Hogettes, make sure to bring their Visa cards to the Forecast Boutique. Visa, the official card of the NFL.
Do I look fat in this dress? Yes.
America's best night of comedy is CBS Monday. First, a hospital visit brings Doug face-to-face with the world's most annoying patient. Ho! Ho! The King of Queens. Then is Greg a bad dad?
You set the bar so low I can do the bare minimum and feel like the world's greatest dad.
And you're welcome.
Yes, dear. Next, Ray's wife and mom team up on a devious plan.
It's like voodoo.
And Dr. Becker's not afraid of modern medicine.
Get me out of here!
All new comedy, CBS Monday.
NFL on CBS is sponsored by Visa. It's everywhere NFL fans want to be. And by CDW, computing solutions built for business.
University of San Diego just missed a 43-yard field goal. Doug Flutie is on the bench. He was just being attended to by some of the medical staff of the Chargers, and rookie Drew Brees is warming up. He has never played in an NFL game.
Flutie down there asking how many fingers they have up. When you start answering, you got 6 toes up. That means something's wrong upstairs.
Yep. Well, the Chiefs take over on the missed field goal. It'll be just shy of the 34-yard line. They lead on a Tony Richardson 1-yard touchdown run. The extra point was blocked. The first in the career of Todd Peterson, who's got something like 215 in a row coming into today. But that block was the first of his long 7-year career.
Saw that balance there. The Chiefs running, passing. It's really balanced with their offense.
San Diego Chargers off to their best start since they went 6-0 and played in the '94 Super Bowl. Losing now 9-0 to the Chiefs. And Tomlinson is in the locker room and out indefinitely in this game. First down and 10 for quarterback Trent Green. And the handoff to Priest Holmes, who spurts free. Chased by Rogers Beckett, forced out of bounds by McNeil and by Rodney Harrison. A great run on the play to the 47-yard line, and a pickup of 19 yards by Priest Holmes. Another big chunk of yards.
And it's just base blocking, too. There's nothing special about this blocking, but what I want you to notice is once he gets there, his vision, they come off and they find the guys. This time here, Junior Seau and these guys came around and opened it up. Guessed wrong on that one, Seau did. And I think Beasley's right. Junior Seau isn't the same guy right now who normally is disrupting all of the blocking patterns.
9 carries and 68 yards today for Holmes. On the 47, first and 10 out to Gonzalez, who has never thrown an NFL pass. Going deep, and he's got Ricks inside the 10 and down to the 5. Tony Gonzalez, who has never thrown a pass, not in college, not in pro, a couple times in high school, whips this one down for a 40-yard gain. Ex-Charger wide receiver Ricks with the catch. First and goal, Kansas City inside the 7.
Yeah, they set this thing up. They ran the quick screen pass earlier, and I said, look how aggressive San Diego came up and supported it. We knew in our study here that they had this in their playbook, where the tight end would throw the football. It's a lateral backwards. Ricks goes down the middle of the field, and this guy's just a receiver. He can throw the football as well.
From the 6, first and goal. It's Richardson running outside, belted by Harrison. Picks up a yard. It'll be second down and goal. Tony's already got a touchdown plunge today, every yard.
And they were really, there's certain things that teams go into a game plan with that will take advantage of what an opponent does. And one of the things that the Chargers have done for a long time is aggressive play from the secondary. That time the Chiefs were able to set a play up with a screen pass to the tight end a few series ago and then come back to it once they saw how over-aggressive the safeties were.
It's inside the 6, second down and goal. Holmes and Richardson in the backfield. Here comes Holmes right into the grasp of John Perella. And down to the 3, where it will be after a gain of 3. Third down and goal.
Chargers defense just been out there a long time. You know, in the offense, it's one thing when you're not really emotionally into the game. Offensively, it's 3 plays and out, you punt. Defense, you got to stay out there and get pounded on for about 6, 7, 8 plays in a series.
Richardson and Holmes in the eye. Third down and goal to go at the 3. The pitch out to Holmes. A Richardson blocked on Beckett, and Holmes diving in and touchdown. He hit the pylon, which is part of the end zone. A 3-yard touchdown run by Priest Holmes. And the Chiefs lead it 15-0.
Well, they get the end walled off there. Priest Holmes just went straight for the corner of the pylon. He crossed it.
Would you challenge if you were San Diego?
You got to see his feet first. I thought the ball got across, was his foot out. That's a touchdown.
That is a touchdown.
That's a touchdown.
And Peterson will try the extra point. It's all for naught now, even if San Diego wanted to, because the play was run. The kick is up and in. And the 3-yard touchdown run by Priest Holmes, his 5th of the season, puts the Kansas City Chiefs on top of San Diego in a shocking way, 16-0.
The handcrafting, the pruning, the selection, the anticipation, the patience, the timing, the moment. Turning leaf, handcrafted for moments like these.
Monday on CBS, a hospital visit brings the King of Queens face-to-face with the world's most annoying patient. Chris Elliott guest stars on an all-new King of Queens Monday on CBS. Kevin Harlan, Craig James, Beasley Reese with Priest Holmes getting Kansas City's second rushing touchdown today. It is 16-0. The Chiefs over San Diego.
We're about to find out how Mr. Drew Brees can play football because Flutie's going to sit this next series out.
And the kickoff on a bounce. This is Jenkins inside the 15. Banged around and grabbed by Mike Maslowski near the 25-yard line. Return of 18 yards on the play. So Flutie keeps on his cap, and the high second-round pick out of Purdue and a Heisman finalist a year ago, Drew Brees, will be taking his first NFL snaps.
Here's a big quarterback now. They've gone from 5'9" to 6 feet, you know. But what both of these quarterbacks possess is a knowledge of the game. Don't be surprised to be successful. Even though he has no snaps here, this guy is a very intelligent guy who ran a very sophisticated offense in college.
So Flutie is out, Tomlinson is out, and Brees is in with Fletcher in the backfield from the 26. It's 1st and 10. And this is Fletcher, led the team in rushing a season ago, gets a block and is finally brought down by Marcus Patton, close to a first down near the 36-yard line.
Give him a little snap, get some confidence there to Brees before he has to step back and throw the football. The Chiefs can't be overconfident is what I'm saying. I mean, just because you get a rookie quarterback in there doesn't mean that you can rest on your laurels here. Clements needs to continue to play hard. Eric Hicks has to play hard. These linebackers have to make the plays at the line. I mean, they got to stay on their game.
Just outside the 36, 1st down and 10. McQuarrie now in the backfield. Drew Brees, the new San Diego quarterback, with the injured Flutie on the sideline. Fletcher again, a block by McQuarrie, another tackle by Marcus Patton, who leads the Chiefs in tackling this year. It's a gain of 4 near the 40-yard line. 2nd and 6 coming up. And downstairs we go to Beasley Reese.
All right, thanks a lot. Doug Flutie was shaken up in the last series. We don't know whether or not he's okay, but remember when we had the Chargers against the Cowboys, they talked about how surprised they were at how good Drew Brees is. So this is a chance to see him. Back to you.
Good point. It's 2nd down and 6, and we've reached the 2-minute warning. So Flutie is out. Is out. So far, the Chargers have been shut out.
You want to tell me what made you a criminal? What made you a criminal? Nothing made me a criminal. I am a criminal.
Brokey's tired. Cops are looking for him.
I got to get out of town. I got to go. You've just become more trouble than you're worth. I hate to do anything as dramatic as count to 3, but 1, 2, 3.
Gene Hackman, Danny DeVito, in the film by David Mamet.
He's so cool when he goes to bed, sheep count him.
Heist, rated R, starts Friday.
Some situations call for trucks with more power. So engineer Mark Ferrone and the team have made GMC Sierras the most powerful line of pickups in the world. And to help manage all that torque, they've also given Sierra technically advanced braking systems. Mark may be obsessed with power, but he's not crazy. From professional-grade people come professional-grade trucks.
Okay, the coast is clear.
Good. Listen, Teddy, everyone's excited about the new Windows XP, right?
Yeah.
Well, now we get them really fired up. We take XP, we load it onto our 300S. We add a free CD burner, include a flat screen, and we sell it all for $9.99.
$9.99 with a flat screen?
Teddy, did I stutter?
The show must go on. The Emmy Awards. The stars will shine brighter as we celebrate the power of television. The Emmys, live, CBS tonight.
Tail halftime report is coming up next from New York.
2nd and 6.
40-yard line, 2nd down and 6 yards to go for Drew Brees. Tomlinson just came out of the locker room. We'll report in a second. And Brees hit and brought down, loose ball, gathered in, and that was Jerome Woods who came in and tried to swat the ball away. That is the 2nd sack for the Chiefs defense today. Let's go downstairs to Beasley Reese.
Thank you, guys. I'm looking at LaDainian Tomlinson right now. He's putting his helmet back on. He's back on the sideline and was testing his cuts. He's moving up to the sideline now. He might be going back in. Back to you.
It would be a big confidence boost for Brees in the backfield, having one experienced guy back there who can take it the long distance.
So 3rd down and 12 with the sack. It's pushed all the way back outside the 33-yard line. And Brees sets up and fires a pass, incomplete, looking for Reggie Jones, trying to thread the needle with Crockett and Warfield defending. And the Chargers have to punt again.
They're just lucky to get out of that series without a turnover.
Garrett Bennett, who led the National Football League in punting a season ago, has had a 60-yard punt today and a 26-yard punt today. Readies to loft this to Dante Hall back at the Kansas City 15-yard line. David Binn with the snap. Rush coming on from Atkins. The punt is away and short, landing at the 35 and kicking out at the 33. Not much of a punt.
They haven't played defense. They haven't played offense. They haven't had special teams. Chargers, maybe they'll show up in the second half. Who knows?
That was a 32-yard punt. Now, here is our NFL on CBS poll. Who is the best kick punt returner over the last 10 years? You see the names. You can vote. Just log on and cast your vote at NFL.com.
I may go with Mitchell down there.
Wouldn't be a bad choice.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be a Brian Mitchell, one of the best in the business. The Chiefs take over after the San Diego punt from the 34. They got a couple timeouts. Handoff goes to Holmes, who had a running touchdown the last time they had the ball. Meets Ryan McNeil head on, and then he throws him down near the 45, a gain of 11, and a Kansas City first down. Clock is stopped at 1:07. Again, the Chiefs with 2 timeouts remaining.
We saw this a few weeks ago when we had the Kansas City-Washington game. They're just kind of running the clock out. Well, Priest Holmes bust a couple of nice runs. Next thing you know, they're in the end zone. I mean, the Chiefs have an explosive offense, and you have to really respect it. You can't fall asleep here. Next thing you know, you go down even worse. 7 more points on the board.
4 receivers platoon for Green. From about the 45, it's Holmes again. Breaks the tackle of Ray Lee Johnson and shoved out of bounds by Rodney Harrison. Close to the 45-yard line. I don't think there was a gain at all on that play, and if it was less than a yard. We'll call it a yard gain. 2nd down and 9.
Junior Seau, Rodney Harrison, they're warriors, but they're just not the same players today as they've been. They've hit the midseason kind of blues here. The injury bug is definitely impacting the Chargers defense.
Holmes is out. Richardson is in. 2nd down, long 9 outside the 45. And Green fires a pass downfield for the first time today. It's hauled in by Snoop Minnis. It's a gain of 19 yards for the rookie out of Florida State to the San Diego 35-yard line.
Tony Richardson lit up Junior Seau on that. I mean, man, Junior's coming up the middle of the field. Man, and watch him come up in the middle, and watch this block by Tony Richardson. Boom. I've been watching Junior play a long time. You don't see that happen too often, but when you don't have your legs with you, you can't be the same player.
San Diego 35, 1st and 10. Green hit by Dixon, throws down the sideline, looking for Minnis. Incomplete coverage by McNeil. 49 seconds to play in the first half. The Chiefs now with a legitimate chance to score. 2 timeouts. The Chargers have 2 timeouts.
Was that you in our meetings who felt like the Chargers would come out and dominate this game? Was that you?
You know what I said. Give them the straight story.
We all believed, we really did, that the Chiefs were ready to play this game, and the Chargers were nicked up, and they were going to have a hard time. They're going to be flat.
2nd down, 10 from the 35. Again, the 4 receivers out there. Here comes the rush. Ray Lee Johnson, and Leonardo Carson, the pass caught by Richardson, dancing down the sideline and upended by Tay Cody at about the 15-yard line, a 19-yard catch and run.
Tackled by Tay Cody.
Timeout. And a timeout taken by the Kansas City Chiefs. 38 seconds to play, and the Chiefs are moving again.
Oh, hello. Have you heard about 1-800-MEDICARE? Yes, you have, because I just told you. Must be broken. You can find out what Medicare covers, get information on staying healthy. Whoops. They'll even tell you what's Medigap is, which is important to those who have a gap in the Medi. Oh, the bottom line is, for healthcare questions, turn to the experts at Medicare.
1-800-MEDICARE. Helping you help yourself.
Flutie has been knocked out of this game.
19 yards.
Tomlinson, the heralded rookie, has been out because of an injury. The Chiefs have looked sharp. 2 rushing touchdowns. 1st and 10 after a 19-yard catch and run to the 16-yard line. And after the Kansas City timeout, here's a throw to Richardson again. He bangs his way near the 10 and then is punched around, and a gain of 6 on the play. So the clock continues to tick. Chiefs with a timeout. And a player looks to be down for San Diego. That is Orlando Ruff, who they literally have to drag off the turf. 2nd down and 4. Green, great time to the end zone. Incomplete, threw it away. Incomplete pass. Stopping the clock at 8 seconds. Now, do you get one more player, or do you try for 3 and call it a day?
Yeah, I wouldn't get too greedy here, but I wouldn't be afraid to throw one more into the end zone here.
They do have a timeout remaining.
Yeah, they do. I wouldn't be afraid to throw one more, but especially with a guy named Tony Gonzalez. But hey, Beasley, they're doing a good job down there bracketing him, aren't they?
You know what? They really are, and I'm watching. They are making sure that they disrupt him coming off the line of scrimmage, and they've got him one safety to the outside, one safety to the inside.
They call that double bracket taxi wide.
3rd down and 4 from the 10 to the end zone. Green looking for Ricks. Incomplete. Covered by McNeil. There was some contact, but inconsequential. 4 seconds remain. They're going to try for 3 and build their lead.
Yeah, I'm not too sure why they go to Michael Ricks here. I know he's a big, tall target, but Ryan McNeil's a big, tall defensive back who's pretty strong at intercepting this year and playing extremely well. Dick Vermeil said, who he used to coach McNeil with the Rams, he said, I have a great deal of respect for him. I kind of surprised me why they would go over there.
28-yard try for Todd Peterson. It's snapped by Kendall Gammon. A hold by Dan Straczynski. 28-yard field goal, and it is 19-0. And shockingly, the Chargers, who are undefeated at home, hear a boo cascading down from all rims of the stadium. And downstairs we go to Beasley Reese.
All right, I'm with Coach Riley. Coach, what's the medical staff telling you about your quarterback and your running back?
Well, I'm not sure about LaDainian. He was in getting checked out. They were looking at his ankle, and we'll see where he is. And Doug, they're going to check him out good at halftime, see if he can go in the second half.
What are you going to say to the guys to get them cranked up?
Just come out, and we got to start playing some football. We have no rhythm whatsoever. We got to make some plays and keep it going.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Beasley. They're flat, as we mentioned before. So the Chiefs with a couple of rushing touchdowns. Flutie has been picked off and knocked out of the game. The Chiefs shutting out the Chargers.
Hello?
Jackie.
Mr. President?
I love you.
Lyndon Johnson's secretly recorded phone calls tonight on 60 Minutes.
The Guardian, Tuesday on CBS. It's all here.